I knew him as Solus. Smart, thoughtful, loved to hear himself talk. But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient elven god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny, depending on which story you believe. In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solus imprisoned them, creating a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality. Now, Solus wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused, even if that means our world has to burn. Somebody's gotta stop him, and that's where you come in.
Hello, hello. Hello, darlings. Alrighty, so welcome to my very first full video on my channel. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to play some Veilguard. So right now, I'm just going to talk to you a bit about the plan. So we're just going to customize Rook, the Inquisitor, and then we're going to get through the prologue of the game. I do end up going through each one. So we got the dwarves, we've got the humans, we've got Canary, and we've got the elves, who we are going to go with because I love me my elf characters. They are a lot of fun. So we'll focus on the pronouns and gender later. I typically go with the second preset as a jumping off point. I just really like the preset for it. You will see me go through all the other presets, but I do end up just using the second one. I think it's because the second one reminds me of my male Inquisitor, my main man, my main Lavalin, male Lavalin who romanced Dorian. And I already completed my main playthrough. So yeah, you guys won't see my Inquisitor there, but you'll see a different Inquisitor from a different playthrough. So I'll focus on the pronouns and gender, as I said, later. Back to customize them, and I think we start off with the head first. Yes, we do. So for my elven characters, I like to make them a bit more lean. And for this character, because they are Lords of Fortune, they have a bit more sharper features, kinda to try and match the just to get like a similar features to how up in Ravani would look with their sharper, rounder features. Oh yeah, I found that one. Yeah, I'll go with that since not that face. But I'll end up just choosing one soon. There we go. Then I believe for complexion, I have the yellow skin. I think it's the cool tone that reminds me of the yellow skin from Origins. Yeah, cool tone reminds me of Origins skin colors. How all of them are very cool tones, so they look very ashy, and the paler colors are very yellowy. My first playthrough had a very yellow character. She was yellow, like she could have been jaundiced, I swear. I don't think I ever finished that playthrough. Makes me a bit sad. I should go and finish it. I own all 3 games. 4, technically. But just the other 3 are all on my PlayStation and Xbox. But as you can see, I'm going with a bit more of a tanner character. I think I end up with a tanner character, if I remember correctly. pretty much towards the end of this, I know it'll look like my little character that I have that you guys see on my profile page. I did add some more creative liberties to them but yeah, they end up with like the blue hair and everything. Oh yeah, that birthmark reminded me of Prince Zuko. Zuko, excuse me. I did have fun going through all the what's it called? Complexions? That was a lot of fun. I'll probably end up drawing some pictures of my main Rook later. I think you guys will enjoy him. Because I enjoyed my main Rook. My main man. He's awesome. A little silly and probably needs a hug, but you know. I think that's all Rooks though. They all need hugs. I think at some point I'll end up exiting out to adjust. Oh yeah, I didn't go with vitiligo. I just haven't adjusted the lighting yet. And typically I'll go with like the Ravani lighting, or it's all in the sun and everything, just because I think that looks better. Making some micro adjustments to the head and everything. I don't adjust everything. I adjust certain parts, but not everything. So you'll see me adjusting the forehead. I think I'll end up adjusting the brows a little bit too. Well, I think the nose gets adjusted a little bit. Yeah, forehead gets adjusted. It gets to be out a bit more. And then the brow, I think, let's see. I think I made this character look a bit more intimidating than my other Rooks. Because I know a different Rook that I'm playing, she's not that intimidating. She may have started a bar fight, but she's still very funny. Yeah, I end up adjusting everything. But again, it's just minor adjustments to every little thing. And I'm not going to go over every little thing. Certain parts I may comment on here and there. But yeah. I know Veilguard has like mixed reviews right now, but I quite enjoyed the game. I had a lot of fun with it. I did not have to wait as long as, say, my sister. Because my sister got me into Dragon Age. And it had been like 5 years since Inquisition came out when she got me into it, so I really didn't have to wait as long as, say, other fans of the series. So I think my sister got into it during Dragon Age 2. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the game when I first played it. I would wake up early in the day and play it late into the night just to play it and finish it. It took me I think a whole week just to finish it. But yeah, I think I gave them a little overbite. I have an overbite and I quite like the little overbites. It just looks a little cuter. But yeah. I'm trying to think of some other things. Oh yeah, the chin. Messing around with the jaw and the chin. I think at this point I didn't really know what I was wanting for this character. Not all the way, at least. I knew I wanted something, but I wasn't too sure what I wanted. At least not yet. So, did I kind of wish we had the Sims type of character adjuster and you could just grab a part of the body and just adjust with the mouse? Yes, I did. But we don't have that, sadly. If you hear noise in the background, I don't really have sound foam and stuff like that. So I just have the mic up close with the little mic guard and everything. So, but yeah. But if anything, down in the comments, tell me about like your pets, because I want to hear about y'all's pets. I have a dog and 2 cats. I got a Russian blue that we found on the street. My dog is still a puppy, and her name is Venus. Venus, Viva V. And then we've got my old man, who is an old orange cat that I've had since I was 3. Yeah, 3. I was like 3 when we got him. So yeah. So tell me about your pets. I would greatly appreciate to know about them. You can see me just messing around with the sliders a bit, trying to see what like looks natural. Mind you, at that point, I had been playing and going back and forth between Inquisition and Veilguard. And so I had to get used to like the thick necks that Veilguard has compared to like Inquisition and Origins. But yeah, I had to get used to like the thick necks. Oh yeah, all the body presets. Whew. I don't remember which one I took. I don't think I took one that... I think I just went with like the male option because I like the body frame better. Don't be fooled, I've made a very pretty female rook. Like, she is gorgeous. But I do like making male characters a bit more, just because it feels more right to make a male character than the female characters. And mind you, I make a lot of female OCs and stuff like that anyway, so making my male characters, it's a lot of fun. Freaking the glute size, I give all my Inquisitors their glutes back because, man, you cannot tell me they do not have good glutes from riding horses. They've got great glutes, so they keep their glutes. Drinking some water. But I think at this point, I kind of had an idea on what I wanted for my character. At least a little bit in terms of how I wanted their body to shape, because at this point, I also just didn't know what I wanted for my character's like story, so I just didn't choose anything quite yet. You can see I didn't really do anything with the bulge. The character does end up a bit more feminine than masculine, but other than that, I don't know what else I did. It's been a while since I've watched this recording, and I'm redoing this voice take. So that's what this is all about. You can see me messing with the eyes. A lot of my characters end up with like fairly deep set eyes, and at least with like depth, like they're more into the skull, and that's simply because of the fact that I have very sunken in eyes. A lot of fun, let me tell you. But at this point, you can see me trying to decide for the eyelids and everything, and like if I wanted them hooded or not. I didn't give them hooded line. Eyebrows. There's this one Inquisitor who I've seen art of, and I have it saved on my Pinterest. I gotta find the original artist. And their Inquisitor is so pretty. Like they have the unibrow, and they look so pretty with it. I don't think I could ever make a character that could pull it off as well as her, and that's a fact. Did I spin my character around just to make the hair jiggle? Yes, I did, because I love the hair physics being back. Gave them the long eyelashes. I think at this point I was still deciding on what I wanted for my character as well. I didn't know if I wanted them to have the super long hair or some of the shorter hairstyles. And you can just see me messing around with some of the hairstyles and everything. Like I think I ended up with that hairstyle It's just really cute and I love it. But I do go through all of them and you'll see me go through, and here I am trying to figure out which one's the longer of the two, because I can't remember. Yeah, I exit out to take a look at. Yeah, that one is the longer, so I think 68's the longer. And then 69 is the shorter of the two, because it has like a blunt cut. Yeah, it looks like Brooke just took part of their long hair and just like snipped it off. But I think from there I just started testing out all of them. I have a similar hairstyle like that right now. It's a bit shaggy. I need to get a cut and fix it up. I think I did almost go with that one. Either that one or I think the one with the braids and the bangs. When I downloaded the character creator before I got the game, I remade my Warden, and I think that's the hair that I chose for her because I felt she would still have her bangs and everything. She just would have grown her hair out. And you can see me trying to decide if it looks good on this Rook's face or not. And I didn't keep it. I just go through all the other hairstyles. I did like some of the short ones. They fit the face shape of this Rook very well. Even swept back, they just fit it very well. Ooh, I'm repeating words. Y'all are probably gonna get bored of me soon. I did go through all of them and I really liked some of them. This one was a lot of fun. Did I wish it was like on the shoulder or something? Yeah, but it's not. I liked this one. I loved all the curls. It was so cute. Then, oh, this one was a lot of fun. I loved the braids and the frizzy hair. It's beautiful. But I think I did go with this one, but you'll see me go through all the other hairstyles too, trying to see which one I liked more. This one was a lot of fun. I know number 60 I had. I did almost go with that one. It made this Rook look a little bit like a boy band member. I know I didn't go with hairstyle number 60 because I had a different Rook that I was already playing with that hairstyle. And I didn't want to repeat the hairstyles again. When it came to the Inquisitor, I didn't care. I did whatever for the Inquisitor. That one just reminded me of Prince Zuko again. Puffy hair, I love it. It's so cute. And it fits. Kinda wish I'd gone with that one now, but I didn't. The short bobs were cute too. I liked it. They look adorable on a lot of the Rooks and characters. This is the one that I have on a different Rook. But yeah, I ultimately settled on this one. And from there, I was trying to decide the hair color. I think I was gonna keep this character with the white hair. But when I saw the blue, and I was like, oh, I could do an homage to my little character. Don't be fooled, I almost gave him that mint green hair. I loved that color, it was so cute. It was got mint green. That red was the red I used for my OG Rook. So, I almost gave them deep red hair. And I was like, no, it just didn't seem right. Did I go through and adjust all the other things after I decided to make it my character? No, I did not. I, in fact, did not do that. But I think I just stuck with the blue. Messing with the saturation and trying to decide which was like the right saturation to go with. And I think I might make it a bit lighter next time I play, and whenever I upload this video I will, but for now, I leave it at that. Clearly I didn't go entirely with how my character looks, because They don't... Well, I could go with it. I could adjust the eyebrows and make them little blob eyebrows. I may have to do that. You can see me going back to making sure everything looks right. The nose I didn't do too much with, because at least I don't think I did. Because I quite enjoy the noses. They aren't too bad. That's the nose I had for my main rook. I will say, I wonder who did you guys romance first in your first playthrough? Because I know I romanced Lucanus in my first playthrough, which my friend was like, "That's typical of you." So for this one, I'm actually gonna let you guys decide who they romance. I don't know who I'm romancing in my other one. I don't remember who I chose. I don't think I was gonna go with Davrin. I think I was gonna go with Balara for my other playthrough. Because, man, Balara's so dang cute. She's adorable. You can see me adjusting the mouth right here. Just the size. I think I just like the lip thickness in general. And typically I have them with like a slightly bigger bottom lip. And here's where like it's easy to make your character look more friendly is with the mouth corner positions. I will say I did take this part very slow because I felt like I could go through and explain how I did everything, or at least why I did things a specific way, but looking back on it, I'm like, no, I can't do any of that. The ear asymmetry. I like my ears to be symmetrical. On some of my characters, it wouldn't be too bad. And I'd probably do it on a different character. The makeup. I suck at doing the makeup in Veilguard. I also suck at doing it in Inquisition 2, and Inquisition has most of my play hours on. So, there's always that. But I think I did go with, like, yeah, I did enjoy that one. Oh. After my it's been a long day. I've been cleaning, and I know after this recording I get to go do dishes, so that's always fun. But here I am going through like all of the options and stuff. Since this character does have a bit of a tanner skin, I went with the more purpley colors, simply because I felt like it fit better, you know? And you can see me trying to figure out where like my favorite one is. If you guys have any suggestions for like the makeup, like leave it down below. I'll gladly go through the comments and like decide on them, because it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I think for the lip, I wasn't too sure what I wanted. I don't think I initially chose anything because I liked the natural color that the lips had. But yeah, so that's what's gonna be going on. Yeah, you can see me decide not to do anything for the lip. And then this tattoos, scars, and everything. I did spend a good amount of time on the tattoos trying to decide what I wanted. Because I didn't know if I wanted them to have like the Dalish tattoos, because I love the Dalish tattoos, they're so pretty. I know what the Valisleen mean, but they're still so pretty. And I hate that they're so pretty. Here's where I learned that you can turn off certain parts of the tattoo design. And I had no idea. But yeah, I think with the Inquisitor, my Inquisitor, I didn't give her any of the Valisleen, because this one I think I chose the playthrough that romanced Solus, so fully believed that like she wouldn't have it even afterwards. You can see me trying to find the one that I chose for my OG Rook, because I don't think I found it. I'm pretty sure I did. Like I remember what it is, but yeah, you can just see me going through it and trying to figure out which one it was. So I didn't choose it again. I think it's the one with the diamonds on the thighs. I think that one. Yeah, that's the one I chose. Because my original rook was a shadow dragon. And I think I went with that one. So either that one or one of the other ones, but I think I went with the more elvish design. And then scars. So typically if I choose scars that go on the face, if it goes over an eye, I'll change it on for heterochromia. I think I have heterochromia on right now. I don't know. But I'll typically turn on the heterochromia, and I like to make the scars fairly intense because I like them visible. And at this point I don't really have a story for them. Not yet at least. Besides like the normal story that we get with the choosing of the characters. Yeah, I didn't really have a story for them yet, and I still don't. I know for my other work I do, and I'm still working on that. I gotta restart it because I didn't quite like it. What I had written down. So I gotta write down some other stuff. And here's me trying to decide if I want the top scars or not. If I go silent at certain points, it's because I'm drinking water. But you can see me trying to decide if I want the top surgery scars or not. I think ultimately I chose to keep them. A lot of my rooks have them, except for the few that don't. And here's me going over the lighting to see if I like how rook looks in all of the lighting. But I think, yeah, I chose the top surgery scars. As for the gender and pronouns, I don't remember which one I kept. I think I kept them opposite for the gender as man and the pronouns as she, her. Maybe I might have gone with they, them. Yeah, I went with they, them. Well, of course I went with they, them. Why wouldn't I? Then I think I immediately chose rogue. I haven't played warrior or mage, and I've played rogue already for the first one for my main playthrough. And then here I am trying to decide which one I want. I knew I didn't want shadow dragons, and I knew I didn't want veil jumpers. I had already done veil jumpers. I had already done shadow dragons, and I was already doing veil jumpers. So I knew I didn't want either of those. So that left me with the Uneven Crows, the Mornwatch, Grey Wardens, or the Lord of Fortunes. I think I was originally going to go with the Grey Wardens because I wanted that Ink story with Dabrin, but then I was like, well, you guys can choose, and I won't mind that. I would love for you guys to choose. You can see me looking back on a past life. Don't you love past lives? But I think ultimately I went with Lords of Fortune. Simply because I liked how it was better. But yeah, you can see me reading through it. I read through all of them and look at what's offered for it. But yeah, I went with Lords of Fortune. By the end, you could see me like scrolling through everything, trying to decide what I want. I love the Uneven Crows, and I think I was going to go with that one initially as well, but I knew I wanted a character that wasn't going to feel too torn up about the, what's it called? About the decision between Antiva and Deventer. When a corrupt remaining noble double-crossed Rook escaped, collapsing a ruin, turned the tables, and destroyed a dangerous artifact. Rising Lord of Fortune, skilled at breaking into lost tombs and ruins, Rook killed a corrupt Ravani noble to prevent an ancient evil from being given to the Venatori. Their actions were correct and saved the lives of expedition members, but some Ravani nobles were resentful because the success of the Lord's expeditions relied on Ravani authorities looking the other way. It seemed wise for Rook to step away while tempers settled. Yeah, I know that. I remember that part. I did read out everything. I am, for this playthrough, we are gonna just stick with storyteller because I enjoy the story of the game, so I always went with casual because I enjoy the story of the games. But if you guys want me to go into a harder level, I will definitely do that. You can see me customize my Inquisitor, my sweet girl. I know my Inquisitor was an elf. I think at this point, I didn't know if I wanted the Inkst or not, because I almost went with Canary. Because I have a Canary Inquisitor who I romance Blackwall with. I love Blackwall, especially romancing him with a female Canary. It's amazing. Beautiful. And then from here, choosing the, what's it called? Choosing the preset. And I think I just stuck with her initially. So that's what she gets to stay with, is that one. But yeah. So I'm going to be silent and just kind of go through and just let you watch as I customize her and get her story all set. So yeah. Okay. See me messing around with the voices. So I'm gonna speed up that chunk of the video, so don't worry. But I think that's what I ended up choosing for my Inquisitor. And yeah, me wishing I could have romanced Cassandra, but went with Solus. I did go through all of them. I will say my favorite, one of my favorite romances for a female Levelin was Cullen. Solus was a lot of fun, especially for that just, that angst. Love it. Love the angst. It's amazing. But Cullen was my main man. We don't talk about his actor, though. He was voiced by Hatsune Miku. That's who Cullen was voiced by. But, yeah. Cullen was my man. I loved Cullen. Still do. He's one of my comfort romances for when I replay Inquisition. He's a lot of fun. I love his... It's not a redemption arc, it's a recovery arc. Because he's still recovering, and I know a lot of people are hoping that he'd get his redemption arc in this game. But you know, with the whole thing that happened with his voice actor, I don't blame them for not wanting him to come back. Not at all. Don't blame them at all. Iron Bull was a lot of fun for my romance. I romanced him with a different Lavalin. It was not a female Lavalin, it was a male Lavalin. Had a blast with that. Chose Solus, because, let's be honest, I love it. I think this one I chose gave Chantry gave the Inquisition to the Chantry, and then for this one vowed to stop him. No, vowed to save him, that's what it is. So that we don't kill him. And then
Time to get to work.
My little guy.
What's he been saying now?
What's he been saying now?
Think I went with that deep one.
What's he been saying now?
What's he
Yeah,
been
I went with
saying
the
now?
first feminine one, that was deep.
What's he been saying now? What's he been saying now?
I did
we're
really
not in
like
trouble.
the voices. They're a lot of fun.
Let's move.
I don't remember which one I went with, actually.
Let's move.
Yeah, you can see me just trying to see which one sounded right. It's like, nah, yeah, I went with the second one. I thought I went with the first one. Oops. But here we are.
So, where were we? Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Manrathus, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert. So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
Let's try this again. Where's Nev Gallus?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
Nev Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I'm not leaving until I know where she is. Be ready to talk by the time I get to you.
Darling, you're adorable. Not enough gold in the world for this.
Barrick! Now!
Meet Bianca. She'd like you to stay a while.
Nev Gallus.
Dumat Plaza. The Venatori cultists took her to Dumat Plaza.
Thanks. friend Nev Gallus is at Dumont Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although, for the record, there was probably an easier way to do that than fighting an entire bar.
Now, where's the fun in that? Yeah, I went with the joke one.
See, you say that. But we do have Nev's location now, so...
Don't get cocky.
Love
Come on,
them.
Harding will be worried.
I love
All right.
I love Varric
Break's
and
over.
Rook's relationship. It's so cute. I wish we had gotten to see more.
She's the best damn detective
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she
You
says
will
she's got a
find
lead
that
on Solus,
some parts of
I
my
believe
game
her.
lags a little bit in terms of the audio.
Something must have gotten them riled up. The Archon's palace.
But
Something must have gotten them riled up. We don't want to look conspicuous.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous.
Yeah.
We'll just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
I do try to make it a point in my gameplays to like give a coin to like everyone. On my first playthrough, I stood right at the balcony and just took a screenshot because I thought it was so pretty. I love that we get to be in Dementor. It's a lot of fun.
That ritual is going
When I first played,
Talk him down before he starts his big ritual.
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless
When I,
number of
when I
demons.
first played.
I have to talk him down.
I'll tell you this after this.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathus.
We've got to help her.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we... Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go.
Okay. So
Harding's this way.
I forgot how many
She'll get us to
cutscenes are in like
Then Nev will
the
get
prologue
us
of
to
the game.
Solus.
But for my first playthrough, I was very excited about the adventure. Mainly because I was very excited to see Dorian again. To the point where I was like, I will be devastated if we don't see Dorian again. Like this.
Then the whole world is going to look a lot like
Also, they took his legs. They took the front dude's legs. You can see my game lagging quite a bit.
Come on, this way.
I do apologize about that. I should have something done with it. Something done for it in a minute. But yeah.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the doors quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
Fought some demons, and the Archon's palace took a few shots at us. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Speak for yourself.
We got my gear?
Right over there. Where's Nev Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Not a problem. I saw Dumont Plaza while I was scouting the area, and it was crawling
Okay.
with Venatori. Follow me.
But I
Eyes up.
know that a lot of people have reservations on everything with Veilguard. and everyone's allowed for their opinions. But the hate that Veilguard gets, it really shouldn't get. Veilguard,
Demons, here they come.
despite all of its issues, do I wish that BioWare would give us a DLC for it? Yes. So that we could get more of the content that was initially cut in this game. Yeah, I do. I think that would be a fun thing. More, because actual DLCs, not the game-ending DLC like a lot of people were mad about with Trespasser, but the actual DLCs, like the Descent DLC, that one just built up the world more, and that's a lot of fun. And I really wish we would get that. But I know they said they weren't going to do DLCs. Do I believe them? Not entirely. I might. If they, Also, the demon's just throwing the Venatori. It's amazing. Just toss them off. Oh yeah, here's me getting distracted and like ignoring the fighting. Let's be honest, I do this in Inquisition all the time. Constantly. But I have a lot of fun at the fact that, oh yeah, me just lagging. I hated this lag. Bugged me. Kept throwing me off completely. I was like, that's not fair. But I will say, a lot of the character designs are really cute. I love how Balara looks and her big chunky bun. It's so cute. Harding looks amazing. She looks like she's gotten older and she looks like she's been in the sun more. So her freckles are more prominent than they were in Inquisition. I love how they did Varric's older character design for it. Because all the other games are relatively close together. All things considering. They are all very relatively close together. Because we know... Let's see... Because it had been 10... Because by the time of Inquisition, it had been 10 years. And I know when we were playing as Hawk in Dragon Age 2, it takes us a bit to get to the end of the game, which is like right before Inquisition. As you know, we love Anders, but Sarah blew up a church with innocent people in there. It caused a whole issue. But yeah, I found that a lot of fun. Okay.
Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Nev, meet Rook. Harding and I found them a while back. Thought we could use an expert on trouble.
Rook, like the chess piece?
One of the strongest pieces on the board, but they tend to think in straight lines.
Nice to meet you. Based on the Venatori, you've got excellent taste in enemies.
I do my best.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solus in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in Elven ruins.
I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
So if we do catch Solus, or the Dreadwolf, or whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the veil. Hopefully that
Okay,
ritual takes
so.
his full attention.
So we can catch him while
I
he's doing
love
his
the
ritual,
interactions
so he can't
between
find us.
Nev and everyone. Stare at me like, he's only one person. And Eric's like, yeah, he's also an elven god. What do you want me to do about him? Love it. It's amazing.
If we do catch Solus, or the Dreadwolf,
I'm getting too old for this.
But yeah, this is.
so he can't
There.
find us?
That's the building I tracked Solus to.
I enjoyed Veilguard.
Looks like
I
the
still do.
Venatori also found it.
It's
And
one of
then
my comfort
demons found
games,
them.
and if I have time to play it with my job, I will play it. Like, it'll be one of the things I play. I love that Eric's gotten old, but as for the previous conversation about the other 3 games being relatively close together, they are relatively close together, simply being the fact that they're within that 10-year age gap between each other. And this one is 20 years after the first game. And the concept art that we got of the Grey Warden, our hero Ferelden, they look rough, man. They did not find a cure for the calling. And that makes me so sad. Especially since my main warden, my girl, my silver tongue, she never got to be back with her husband. Poor girl.
We should head back. Solus is probably
Like, there are
inside.
some parts of this game that I wish we had more of. Like, I wish we could explore other areas of, like, Tevinter and Ravani and there's some more watch located. I can't remember. But wherever the more watch is located. I also wish we could have we could explore more in Antiva. That'd be so much fun. Maybe see Zevran again.
So this is the Dreadwolf's hideout.
That would be a lot of fun to see Zevran again.
Some of this is ancient.
And especially, like, I know they didn't want to go through the whole hassle with the keep, and I wish they had. I really wish they had. Because throughout all the games, our choices have mattered, and they've shaped the world. Whereas in this game, only, like, specific choices mattered. It didn't matter who the Inquisition supported, or whether or not they didn't support them, but they still chose them, in terms of the mages and the Templars. And it didn't matter the decision with the Grey Wardens either. Either way, the Grey Wardens hate the Inquisitor. And I'm like, that's so annoying. And then there's the decisions with
Ancient elves doing
who ends up on the throne for,
dragon, I think.
not for Elden, but for, what's it called? Orlais. And that's one of my favorite quests, is Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. One of my favorite to play, and I always look forward to it. I do try to get through the Grey Warden questline first, but sometimes I don't, because I really want to see the interaction between Morgan and Alistair, if I choose Alistair to stay as a Grey Warden. Amazing. You know?
There must be a
But
way to open it. Let's look around.
I really wish we could have gotten to see our Warden again. And I know some of the things are a lot harder to get. Like, I saw somebody explain why we couldn't have Hawk again. Hawk would have been so much. Even a reference to Hawk from Isabella in the game would have been amazing. I know we don't get that. Not yet. And we don't get it at all, in fact. And I really wish we had gotten a reference to Hawk. Because we know from Varric and from others in the comics and stuff that their time with Hawk was so crucial to them. And so I really wish we had gotten a reference to it. Like, I know one of the ideas that they had thrown around was going back into the Fade to save Hawk. Like, Hawk survived all of that. And even
That's
then,
some magic.
or like just going back into the Fade to save whoever you left there. But there comes like a lot of issues. As cool as it would have been on paper, it sounds amazing. But in productivity, there's
He must have gone
4
through
different
it.
characters that you can save: Logain, Stroud, Alistair, and Hawk. And not to mention all the characterizations of them. How would they interact? Was Alistair hardened in the first game? Was he not? And then there was Hawk. Was he a purple hawk? Was he a red hawk? Or was he a blue hawk? How would they react to finding out they've been in the Fade for like 10 years? How would they react to finding out everything that has happened in those 10 years? Would they wonder if their lover was still like waiting for them? Or would they question if they should have just stayed in the Fade? Like, there's a bunch of things with it. Not only that, each character has their own thing. Did your warden romance Alistair? If so, would Alistair leave the party to go try and find the warden? How would Logain react to his daughter being older and now close to the same age as him? Because even though he joined the Grey Wardens very late, if you chose to make him a warden, he joins very late, so he still has another 30 years on him, so he's going to be as old as the one old guy from Inquisition that was a warden. I'm talking through a cutscene. It's fine, this cutscene is very short. Oh, we love the demons though, they're so cute. I like the new designs. But, and there's so much more to it as well. It's like, how was your hawk before they went down into the Fade? How was Stroud? How was any of them before? How would they have changed? How would that experience surviving change? Does time move differently in the Fade as it does in the normal world? And those are all the questions that I feel a lot of people would ask, especially for the characters. Because I know a lot of people didn't like how their hawk was characterized in Inquisition. And I understand why the team didn't like make each individual hawk a specific way, and it's because there's so many different options for hawk to be a specific way. For some characters, like Cullen, we know how he is. We see his trauma through the game, and we learn about his childhood before said trauma. And so it's just, it's so interesting. It's a lot of fun, but as you can see, it's a lot harder to determine how these characters react 10 years after they've been in the Fade. It would have been a lot of fun, but there's so much more to it. And maybe if somebody went through and did like a test run of it, that'd be a lot of fun. I know a lot of people, when we got snippets of the combat for this game, they were very excited about the combat. They were not very excited about the character introduction trailer. I know a lot of people wish that they had done it later, and they probably should have, but I was so excited about the character introduction trailer. I watched all the trailers that come out. I watched all the live streams that were happening. I followed it up so closely while waiting, even though knowing I couldn't play the game until Christmas. I could not play the game until the end of the year. But I was so excited. We got to go over to my friend's house to watch their parents play it. I was so excited to watch it. But Dragon Age is a huge comfort game for me, and it will always have that now. Hi, demon. My little guy. I will say though, the story mode on this makes them like very easy to defeat. And it just shocks me because I know in Inquisition's prologue, I'm always terrified to fight against them, against the Pride Demon, and I hate fighting it. But Here it's just a bit easier. I wonder if I played as a different level. It's a different mode. I wonder if it would be harder.
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
But I know the whole game, it's about
Take it from here.
guilt. Like, your character experiences so much guilt trying to make the hard decisions. And it makes you relate to Solus on a different level.
Someone to sell him another option. To
But-
help him justify changing his mind.
I love the story between us.
You've got your back.
And I know there's a secret ending. I haven't gotten it yet. But I wonder,
Whatever else he is,
I really wonder
and if he won't listen
if this game does good enough. I really wonder what else would happen. Like, would we get another comic book? Would we get other books? I want,
take care of
and
the
like, I
team
don't want to
for me.
leave the world of Thetis quite yet. Like, it'd be so nice if, like, later in the future they'd make a game that brought on whole other issues that came about after this game. Like, put it 20, 30 years in the future, where these guys, these people from the games that we grew up with and know, just their stories to this character, just as their stories for us. And I wonder if they would ever do something like that. That'd be so cool.
Let's buy him some time.
EA might, because, you know, it's EA, and this is BioWare's last-ditch effort to show that they can still be taken seriously.
Can't hold these demons up forever.
And am I mad at EA for what they've been doing? Yes, I am. BioWare deserves better. They deserve so much better. The teams, the employees, all of them deserve so much better from what EA is giving them. But imagine if we got one more game that tied over, like, the loose ends and everything. That would be so much fun. Like, tie up loose ends. Like, certain loose ends, not all. Like, what's the remnants of the Grey Wardens? Are they now just folk stories? Like, are they now just part of history that you have to prevent from being erased? What about the elven stories like we're seeing here? I love them.
Shit. Need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right. You two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Let's go, Nev. Harding, keep the demons busy.
Good luck. Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
I forget who I chose for this playthrough. I think, I don't know if it was Nev or Harding that I chose. Nev.
Keep the demons busy.
Okay, that's who I chose. I love Harding, she's so cute. But yeah, I think another, like, one last game to round it all out, because we don't need as many games as Assassin's Creed, that's a fact. But one last game to round out the world of Thetis and the stories and everything. Like, could we customize characters that are the children of the characters we love? We could still get the Rutherford family. Hell, we could have gotten them here. We could have met Cullen's family. That would have been so much fun. But we didn't.
Why?
But
Why
another
tear
game would
down
be
the
fun.
veil? Knowing all the
I will
lives
say that.
it'll cost.
Another game would be a
We
lot of
shared the
fun.
journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was
I'm gonna be
some
quiet for this
other
play,
better
for this
option?
cutscene.
The pillar's weak, but it isn't falling. We need to push it. Right! Together! Now!
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Push! Barret! Varric! Varric! No. Nev!
Let's go! This way! This way!
You have no idea what you have done.
Solus? I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
So all I have to do to get away from you is wake up?
And how much experience do you have willing yourself from sleep to wakefulness?
Can't be that hard.
While you practice, perhaps you would like to hear about the consequences of your actions.
Meaning?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
Right. You were innocently doing nothing when we came along.
The prison in which I had trapped them had begun to crumble. I was moving them to another.
So you weren't tearing down the veil and drowning the world in demons and wild magic?
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric.
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
That's really helpful. What are you, the elven god of sarcasm?
Lies, treachery, and rebellion, depending upon the story. And how could I help? I do not have my ritual dagger. I cannot access my network of mirrors to travel from the lighthouse to anywhere in the world. All I can offer is what I know.
Helpful advice from the elven god of, and I am quoting you here, lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story.
Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
I love them throwing jabs at each other. It's so much fun. Just bugging Solus is amazing. I do like how they're, what's the word? I do like their relationship that they grow, Rook and Solus. I think it's very interesting to see it. We all know, at least in like your Rook figures out very quickly that they're gonna be manipulated.
Why?
They know they are.
Tear down the veil. Listen.
No idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well, look who's still with us.
Varric, you're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'll take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
You were getting old anyway, Varric. It's fine.
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solus, but of course, he wasn't listening. He never does.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah.
A little
Harding
wonky.
got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly. Before you start worrying, Nev will be fine. She's apparently a lot tougher than both of us put together. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
I love them. Babies.
Should
They're
have
so
come
cute.
up with a better plan.
I love
I
them.
should
You
have.
worked with what you had. And you succeeded, by the way. World isn't drowning in demons.
Like,
Isn't
we,
over though.
like I
Trapped
know in the
Solus
future,
fate.
and
Something
later in
else
the game,
got out. Something.
other stuff comes out. But
You've got
it's-
this. I've seen
I
your
like
work.
Varric
Like
still
the
not being
unfortunate
loved.
business involving a corrupt
No matter
noble
what.
and that ancient
I'm
evil.
like, that's his child.
There's a
That's
reason I
his
dragged you
child.
into
I
this
love
whole
it.
soulless mess. You're clever.
Man, maybe I should have made
adaptable,
Rook look
and
like
you
the
don't
child
know
of Hawk
when
and
to
Varric.
quit.
That would have been fun.
Look who's
Give
awake.
them red or black hair, bright
I've
blue
been
eyes.
searching the place for Lyrian
Oh, that'd be
potions.
so. That would have
Need
been
to
so
intrude.
much fun.
Not
Like
at
make them
all.
like a little
I was
shorter.
just about to have a look around.
Just a little shorter. And then
Oh, be careful
bada
if you go
bing,
outside,
bada
Rook.
boom. They would look
There's
so
a long
cute.
way down.
I've seen
The
some people do
Illuvian
that, and I
led us
love
into
it. I love seeing everyone's
something,
interpretation.
And it's in the Fade. Because that's what we needed. A dream world.
Then I
Fair
really need to look around.
I do kind of wish there had been like more
Can't hurt,
consequence to Nev
in
being
theory.
injured.
And we need to talk about our next move.
Because,
Maybe
like,
find Harding?
have her
She
be
went
out
outside
of
somewhere.
like not just a couple of missions,
There's a table
but
in the
have her
central
be
area
out
here.
for like
I'll meet you both
a
there.
good, the
Go
majority.
ahead,
I
Rook.
want to say the majority of the first
I
show
need to sleep.
with how she was injured, or like if there was remnants or issues with
See
her
you later,
magic.
kid.
That would have been fun. I love Nev. She's beautiful. But we are nearing the end of today's video. So you'll see me just standing here because outro stuff. But yeah, we are nearing the end of today's video. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna have to cut down the video a bit, but this is the end. I hope you guys are excited and hope you guys come back to see it, to see what happens next. Alrighty. Goodbye, darlings.